Good day everyone, I'm Hurley Aborify Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the DD Hi-Fi TC35M2. Okay? Okay, now, pardon me for the medyo dirty slash dusty na desk. I have arranged my my personal na gamit. So, and hindi pa ako nakapag-dust up. So, my apologies for that. Okay, before we proceed, I'd like to thank DD Hi-Fi for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured na all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do para win-win sa ating lahat and hindi na tayo mahasilan, mahirapan pa. Okay? So, it has been very unexpected na DD Hi-Fi would entertain my my request to review some of their products or a product of them since they have been like not responsive sa akin, I believe, for like a year ago or so. Pero ayun, I'm very grateful na I had the chance, whether it be probably this is the first and last, who knows, diba, na to review their products because I've always had an interest sa products nila kasi they are on the premium side of things, you know, in the overall experience. Yes, and the TC35M2 falls into that. But, okay, before tayo mag-proceed sa mga iba pang remarks, I'd like to let you know that this costs around $35 SRP. So, sabihin na natin, under $40 SRP siya, around under 2,000 pesos in Philippine pesos. So, I have to put it there first for you to judge as we discuss kung ano tong TC35M2 if worth it siya sa price, diba? Okay, so when you purchase a TC35M2 or any DD Hi-Fi product in that regard, you'll be greeted by this minimal type of box. As you can see, it is very minimal. Yes, it reminds me of Apple products really well. And sa mga wala sa hobby, probably they'll see this as a Apple product because it kind of resembles like it. Although wala pa namang ginawa si Apple product na USB dock maliban dun sa Apple dongle nila, which is very flimsy. But hey, it's free mostly sa Apple products, or kung bibilin mo nasa around $15-20 siya sa tanda ko. But oh well, it's another thing, another story. Yan. And ito yung specifications niya. As you can see, nakalagay na sa likod. Yan, yung output power niya is 45 milliwatts. And that says a lot. Then, yes, yung supported na PCM na file type niya is up to 32-bit, 384 kHz. So, don't expect na meron tong DSD support. Because it clearly says na wala. And I kinda doubt din, since this is DD Hi-Fi and sa price na to na may DSD support to. To me, it isn't really a deal breaker, and hindi rin, it did not bug me at all since I don't really use DSD files aside sa medyo pricey sila if you'll be purchasing it. It's very impractical for a portable setup din, in my opinion, kasi sobrang laki ng file size nila, and I prefer yung mga larger file size na audio files is ilagay sa isang stationary desk setup. Para sa akin lang naman. Okay? And ayan, yung SNR, yung THD, yes, yung weight, maliit lang talaga siya, yes, yun. As in, literal, ito lang talaga siya, like, sobrang liit lang. But if I have to nitpick, ang maininitpick ko dito is, wala siyang accessories na kasama. Like, very literal na bare bones siya, in my opinion. I mean, it wouldn't hurt if, like, mag-include sila ng pouch. Oo, para to like keep this, diba? Or probably lagyan nila to ng butas para then maglagay sila ng lanyard para, alam mo yan, very para yung chances na ma-misplace or like mawala or masira is very minimal. Oo, at the very least, diba? But hey, ito na talaga siya. So, ayun lang yung ininitpick ko kasi for this price na $40 a lanyard or a pouch would be nice for this setup, for this USB dock. Para sa akin lang naman, given that it is really, really small. Diba? Okay? So, punta na tayo sa build quality. Ito yung build quality niya, as you can see. Very small. Ayan yung DD Hi-Fi TC35M2. Ayan yung naka 3.5 siya. Yes. And, yan. literal na solid siya. Made of solid metal, in my opinion. And very exquisite, very premium yung pagkakagawa for this price. Oo. As it should be. I mean, this is $40. Okay? Pero yun nga, anong tawag doon? Very, very compact, very pure metal talaga to eh. As you can see, pure metal talaga siya. Yan, na very compact. And it even reflects actually dun sa yung pag pina-plug in ko yung, like, for example, ito, diba, ipa-plug in natin to. Like, show. Ewan ko kung maririnig nyo. Ayan, tactile yung feel, diba? Tapos, pag tinanggal mo siya, yan, di ko alam kung narinig nyo yun, pero, whenever natatanggalin ko siya, may kakabit ko dito sa, yung IM, may tactile feel, tapos pag tinanggal ko siya, may tunog, na parang metal clank. See? Isa pa. Oh, may metal clank siya, which is really nice. I don't know if sadya yun or is it a feature ng DD Hi-Fi, but I personally enjoy those little things. Na may parang clank siya na, I mean, it feels premium na at some point sabi mo, huy, parang sulit yung binayaran ko, di ba? Yun, para sa akin lang naman. Okay. Pa ba? Well, yung sa feature set niya, it isn't much as you can see. Wala siyang like RGB indicators, wala siyang on and off switch, wala siyang high and low gain. Oo. Like literal very bare bones lang talaga siya. Bare bones na plug and play. You're on the fly, 'di ba? Na very handy, portable. Yun nga, mababawasan mo yung breaking points of failure nito kasi literal wala na siyang cable, 'di ba? Tapos hindi na nakahiwalay yung, do you call this? Hindi na nakahiwalay yung 3.5 dito sa dock mismo. Kaya yun. It is a very, in my opinion, very practical and very durable for daily use. O nga pala, yung din pala nito, yung dock chip na nakalagay, even though hindi ko sure kung meron talagang nagpe-pay attention on it, pero yun, is an ESS dock. It is a 9603 standalone dock. So, nung sinearch ko siya, it is around, nasa siya parang recent versions ng ESS docks na mas linear or in-aim na mas transparent and linear yung response. Pero para sa akin yung feature set niya yung medyo okay kasi supported nito yung inline mic controls, 'di ba? For daily use, it is a very nice touch lalo na pag like ikakabit mo siya sa MacBook mo or sa laptop mo. Meron ng inline mic support siya. Kaya hindi mo na need ng like let's say halimbawa mag-i-plug in mo directly sa laptop mo just to get that mic pero nasa-sacrifice sa sound quality ganto ganyan. No. Ito meron na siya agad. Yes, I believe nga na this also supports the CTIA ng Apple, yung code, yung parang something ng Apple, pero I haven't personally tested it since wala akong iPhone and wala akong Apple products in general, hindi pa rin ako nakairam. But there's that. So, yung sa feature set niya, dun pa lang sa practicality na hindi mo na need ng drivers or apps to use this properly or to use this in its optimal state. And at the same time, may inline mic control siya. Sa halagang $40 with a premium build na minimal na na build quality is a very, sabihin na para sa akin if we're talking about premium, sa context ng premium, it is very practical for a premium. Okay. So, sa drivability, sa power niya na kaya niyang i-deliver, well, it is obvious na hindi siya meant for hard-to-drive stuff. Like, for example, mga headphones, ayan, mga high-impedance earbuds, or mga low yung sensitivity na earbuds, ayan, yung mga yan. Hindi siya para doon, okay? Ang ina-aim nito, in my opinion, and based na rin sa vision ng DD Hi-Fi for it, based na nakikita ko, is mostly mga IEMs or earbuds na easy to drive. Kasi kahit 45 milliwatts lang siya, malakas na siya. I mean, na-drive na niya properly lahat ng IEMs na I have with me. To give you an idea, ito yung gamit ko recently. The Rose Techniques QT9 Mark III. Okay? there are reports na sinasabi nila kailangan nito ng decent dongle or decent amp to shine. If hindi magagamitin yung support included na USB dock. And to my surprise, yung volume and yung volume na need neto para ma-drive ng maayos and maging loud enough to my taste is around 8 steps. Okay? 8 steps out of 100 sa software volume ng laptop. Which means na madali lang siya talaga makadrive ng IEMs. Lalo na yung Etymotic ER3 SE na kinabit ko dito before. Nasa around 16 to 20 nga lang ako ng volume out of 100. Diba? So, dun pa lang, masasabi mo na talaga na kaya niyang mag-drive ng IEMs. Most IEMs. Okay? Kahit na sabihin natin yung mga slightly mas makunat than usual, kaya niyang i-drive. Kahit nga yung Duno Alpha 3 na flathead earbuds ko, kaya niyang i-drive nasa 30 out of 100. Actually, 26 pa nga sa tenga ko kasi pag 30 medyo malakas na siya. The only time I did 30 is yung medyo poor yung recording ng track yata sa tanda ko, or parang vinyl na rip yun na nahingi ko from a friend years ago. So, sa drivability, if IEMs lang naman na madali ma-drive, or even planers nga in my opinion, wala kang magiging problem sa drivability. There won't be any problems. Yun lang talaga pag headphones, of course, please don't do that. Bumili ka ng look for something else. Look for something na mas powerful for it, like probably Tantrum Space, for example. Pero ayun, for most people, this will be more than enough and very practical enough. It is a very good investment for most people, like yung casual hobbyist lang or people in general, 'di ba, na gusto ng dongle na hindi sirain, na durable, na madali dalhin, tapos ayun lang, ang kailangan lang talaga nito, magkaroon ka ng dedicated case for it para hindi mawala, 'di ba? Or yun lang naman yung nakikita kong parang kailangan mong i-add as an investment dito sa TC35M2. Okay, now as for the sound is very, very transparent, which is I really like. It is very transparent. Kung ano yung tunog ng IEM, yun yung nilalabas niya, which is really good. Walang coloration. Yes, I really love the sound of the TC35M2. It is very transparent. Actually, it is nearly as transparent, or in my opinion, slightly mas transparent pa siya kaysa sa Tantrum Space ko. Mind you, the Tantrum Space is a $60-ish or $70 na USB DAC amp na, yes, transparent din and very unforgiving. Ito din, very unforgiving sa mga poorly recorded tracks or sa poorly used setups or poorly setups talaga, na poorly utilized setups. Ayan, very transparent siya dun sa sa tunog na iano niya. So ibig sabihin, pag pangit yung chain mo, pangit talaga. To my ears, medyo rinig siya. For most people, hindi. And ayun nga, slightly mas transparent siya kesa kay Tantrum Space. Kasi kapag nung kinumpara ko sila side by side, may instances na parang mas may added sparkle pero hindi halata at first sa Tantrum Space when compared dito sa TC35M2. So, ayun, ang best pairing ko dito by far is yung Rose Techniques na Aurora Ultra and yung Duno Kima 2. In my opinion, they really pair well with the TC35M2 kasi nga sobrang transparent niya. So, ayun, and I'm a huge sucker for litaw na vocals and at the same time balanced/neutral sound profile. So, it is a nice treat, lalo na pag lumalabas ako na dala ko lang ito, and I am worry free. Hindi ako nag-aalala na hindi madadrive ng maayos. So, props to that. Props to DD Hi-Fi for having a USB DAC na well implemented. I can't speak for their other products pa rin kasi since I haven't used it personally, I haven't reviewed it personally, kaya yun, my overall na verdict will be solely dito sa TC35M2. Okay, so anong verdict ko dito sa TC35M2? Definitely a well recommended na USB DAC if you're aiming or investing for a premium DAC na alam mong very reliable and at the same time onti lang yung points of failure. Very reliable siya and very compact, very minimal. Yun, if I have to nitpick accessories sana for this price, like for example, a pouch or a case, 'di ba? Para alam mo yun, mas ma-prolong lang yung buhay ng TC35M2. Pero on its own, if alagaan mo ng mabuti, if bibilan mo ng case for it, I doubt na masisira siya ng anytime soon. Tatagal yan. I mean, to give you an idea, yung Tantrum Space ko is nearly 2 years now. And wala pa siyang naging problems. So, at the end of the day, nasa tao talaga na gumagamit yan. But hey, parang more of a fan service pa rin naman pag may accessories like pouch, diba? It would be nice. It would be really nice and nice treat, lalo na for this price. Pero ayun, if we're being real, ano lang to the only time na bibili ka ng TC35M2 para sa akin is if willing kang gumastos ng $40 para sa USB dock na na USB dock and yung IEMs mo is madali ma-drive. Para sa akin lang naman. Para sa akin, in my opinion. Kasi let's face it, most people, lalo na sa hobby, lalo na nasa sci-fi scene, is hindi willing gumastos ng $40 para sa isang normal spec na USB dock. Kasi most people apparently are aiming for that maximalist type ng approach sa specs on paper na kailangan top of the line dock chip, kailangan power, this peaks power, ganito ganyan, powerful, yada. And honestly, I was like that years ago. But then again, nagbago na yung pananaw ko when it comes dito sa USB docks, in the sense na it really depends dun sa sa gagamitin mong IEM or earbud, yung pagpili mo ng USB dock. If like ito on paper, hindi siya like impressive the 45 milliwatts, pero it really pairs with all of my IEMs well, despite na ganun siya. So ibig sabihin, hindi mo talaga need ng like powerhouse na USB dock if yun lang naman yung IEMs na or probably budget lang yung IEMs na gagamitin mo or earbuds. Hindi mo talaga need ng sobrang mahal. Hindi, nandun na tayo, yes, mahal or sobrang powerful, 'di ba? And ayun nga, yung DD Hi-Fi TC35M2 kinda balances everything from its sound quality, yung sa power output niya, yung sa sa minimalist, sa ease of use, convenience. Ayun nga, sa battery life pala, nakalimutan ko din sabihin. Yung battery life niya, I had no problems kasi it also has the feature na what do you call this? Pag hindi madedetect tong dongle or hindi madedetect tong dongle sa phone or sa USB sa laptop, or sa tablet, if walang nakasaksak na earphones dito or sa 3.5, hindi siya madedetect, hindi siya gagana, hindi siya mag-on. So, dun pa lang, it really saves a lot of battery kapag tinanggal mo yung earphones mo and just leave it hanging na nakadikit dun sa device mo. On continuous usage, I had used this for around 8 hours. Yes, this around 8 hours. 8 to 6 hours, depende sa file type. And depende rin sa phone. Kasi, yung Sony ko na phone DAP it's kinda old, okay? And maliit pa yung battery capacity. So, probably, kapag bago-bago yung phone mo, mas matagal mo magagamit yung TC35M2. Okay? So, ano pa bang nakaligtaan ko? So, ayun. Yun lang naman yung verdict ko. Okay? If you're willing to spend $35 sa isang premium built, well-implemented, transparent sounding na USB dock, look no further kasi yung TC35M2 has it. However, if gusto mo na extra powerful and at the same time mas transparent na USB dock, you may want to shell out a bit more, you may want to save up a bit more and aim for the higher USB docks. Like for example, ang pumunta sa in mind ko is yung na-audition ko na is the X-Duo Linkball and Linkball 2. Yan yung nasa in mind ko when it comes dun sa mas powerful na USB dock na at the same time may certain level of transparency. Okay? But apart from dun, very recommended ng TC35M2. Okay? And that ends my review for the DD Hi-Fi TC35M2. Again, I'd like to thank DD Hi-Fi for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured na all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do para win-win sa ating lahat. And ayun, I'm still faced and surprised pa rin na I never thought na I'd review a USB dock na sa umpisa pa lang from a brand na ganito kaganda. Oo, I never thought of that. I am really surprised actually. Okay? And hey, see you on the next one.